Hello guys, my name is 711 and today I have an interesting video, a new video, something that I haven't done before, Camomons. So Camomons is something new to Showdown this month. Is a new format where what happens is whatever first two moves that a Pokemon has, that becomes the typing. So that means you get all kinds of different, interesting, and creative possibilities. So I built a team, and first one I have for you, I have Kieran Black, and it says Dragon Ice there, but whenever I send it out, it's actually going to be a Steel Flying type because its first two moves are a Steel type and a Flying type. In fact, you know what? I'll just go make it shiny, because why not? Also, Fusion Bolt. Home Claws is cool. Does it get Bulk Up? If it gets Bulk Up, that would be even better. It doesn't. That's okay. Yeah, so Ironhead, Roost, Fusion Bolt, Home Claws, that's going to make it a very, very bulky form of a Skarmory. As you can see, max defense. Next Pokemon here, I have Volcanion. Normally, it does have Water Absorb, and so in order to work with Water Absorb, I made it a Fire Ground type, with Fire Blast and Earth Power along with Flash Cannon and Flame Charge, with a naive nature. So really the only weakness that Volcanion has is Ground, and I have an Air Balloon. Next is Chansey, Eviolite, Natural Cure as usual. I'll make it shiny because why the heck not? Wish, Shadow Ball, Protect, and Thunder Wave. So no close combats are going to be taking out this Chansey unless there's Scrappy involved or something like that. Wish, Protect is pretty standard. Then Shadow Ball and Thunder Wave. That's what I'm dealing with. Kyurem is fairly fast, but Thunder Wave can really help me outspeed things. Next, another Pokemon that Thunder Wave can, help out with is Heatran. And so this Heatran is a Grass and Steel type with Flash Fire. A Grass Steel type with Flash Fire. That is pretty insane. That means that it's only weak to... That's right, Psychic types. Or, Fighting types. Sorry, Fighting types. Solar Beam and Flash Cannon makes it a Grass Steel type. Gracian Z for Solar Beam, then also packing Heat Wave and Earth Power. Next, we have Salamence, a Life Orb, Moxie Salamence, and I have Earthquake and Crunch. Now here's the interesting thing, guys, is that with Earthquake and Crunch, we are basically looking at a Crocodile, a Moxie Crocodile, but it has better stats than Crocodile, and it's not Choice Scarf, it's Life Orb, and so I can just go for a Dragon Dance and feel free to sweep from there, hopefully. And then finally, we have Nidoking. I was saying, you know what, guys? Pokemon that have all kinds of coverage moves are probably going to be the best in this game, so I put the Life Orb Sheer Force on there. I have Fire Blast, Dragon Pulse, Ice Beam, and Thunderbolt. And here's the interesting thing, guys, is that a Fire Dragon type, which means it's weak to what? Rock, Ground. Is that it? If it's a Dragon and Fire type, Rock and Ground, I think that's about it. So let's jump into a couple battles, because this is going to be fun. We'll see what happens. We'll see what goes down. Alright, we are here for our first battle, and I apologize, guys, that I have to do a post-commentary. The issue with that was that I was having a hard time finding people, and people were taking their time, and it just wasn't as fun, in my opinion. So I decided to do this post-commentary. So we see Heatran. There's going to be either Heatran or Kieran Black in just about every battle. So let's get on with this battle. I'm going to put on normal speed. So I lead off with the Heatran, and he leads off with his own Heatran. We both have Grass Steel, so we both think alike. So we go for Taunt, and I go for Earth Power. And I'm just going to keep spamming Earth Power. And he kind of realizes that, and he goes into Skarmory, which is a Rock Flying type. Not realizing that I am Steel, and I am packing Flash Cannon. Skarmory is a physical wall, not a special wall, so not the best idea. So I go for another Flash Cannon here as he goes into Heatran, and that still does a decent amount because it's Stab. So I just go back to doing Earth Powers here. He realizes that I'm probably not going to set rocks, so he doesn't go for Taunt again. So in the next turn, he does go for another Flash Cannon, and I go for my Earth Power, knocking out his Heatran. So we have a 6-5 battle. Fire, Poison, but we see a Z move, Z all-out pummeling, so maybe a Focus Blast. So I don't know why the illusion wore off right away. I really have no idea. So here's Chansey now. Here's Skarmory. I go for Thunder Wave, and Shadow Ball takes out a Skarmory. How often do you see that happens? So he goes for Crunch here because it is super effective, and I do get the Thunder Wave off. And we do see, well, this is a speed boost. So Stab Crunch is easily going to knock out Chansey. And I bring in Kyurem Black here. I figured that taking a couple Iron Heads, you know, Sharpedo is not defensive whatsoever. So he has to switch. He goes into Gyarados, which is actually pretty smart because he's a Steel type, and because of that Intimidate, not a fun time. So I go for Hone Claws, and that works up my attack back to normal. Iron Head is now doing a good bit of damage, while his Iron Head not so much. He does get the flinch though. And so there's another Iron Head. And do I Roost here? I do Roost here. So he sees that he needs to do either some more Dragon Dances or something. I go for an Iron Head, and at this point he realizes that he either needs more Dragon Dances or he has to switch. And he keeps going for Iron Head here, and do I Roost here? I do Roost here. So now I'm back up to full health, and for whatever reason he just keeps Iron Heading. I Iron Head, and I knock out the Gyarados. So I'm sitting pretty good here. +1 attack and such. So we see Clefable go for Flamethrower. I said, okay, this must be Scarf. And so I go into Salamence, and I go for Dragon Dance. No, actually I go for Earthquake, but then he goes for Focus Blast and takes me out. So okay, this must be the Zoroark. This has to be the Zoroark at this point. Flamethrower does a good bit of damage, and I go for Flame Charge. So now I am faster than the Zoroark. We see that it's not a choice Zoroark, and I go for the Earth Power and annihilate the Zoroark. Just like that. So we see a Protect here. He does get up to +1 speed, but I'm also at +1 speed, and that's paralyzed, so I'm going to be faster. And I go for the Fire Blast and knock out this Mega Sharpedo. And then in the end, there's Clefable in here, and that's going to be the end of Clefable. Just 2 Earth Powers. Goodbye. So that was a pretty good battle. Volcanion was able to sweep in the end. I really like using Volcanion for that specific reason, and he's just that good. He's just that good. Also, I changed some things from the team builder. I put the Gracium Z on Heatran instead of the Choppleberry. And then also, I have the Z conversion Porygon Z. I think it's going to be a Ghost and Electric type bat. Ghost and Electric because that way it's a lot harder to paralyze me. And I'm immune to fighting. So that's cool. Next up, I have a second battle. And we see no Heatran, but we do see Kyurem Black again. So let's start off this battle here. And so Heatran versus Kyurem. See a Shadow Claw, and that does a crazy amount of damage. I decided to switch here into Chansey because I'm immune to Shadow Claw. So that's nice. He goes into Hawlucha and I paralyze it. So a paralyzed Hawlucha is always less threatening. So I use Wish and I go into Porygon Z. He Baton passes into Salmon, so this is pretty scary. I go for Z conversion 2. I messed up. I wanted Z conversion, but I clicked Z conversion 2. So that whole series of turns was a waste. It was a flop. He goes for a second Dragon Dance. So now he's at +4 attack, +2 speed. This could potentially sweep me, and Volcanion drops. Salamence could potentially win here. He goes for Double Edge. Not very effective. And I go for Iron Head, and that takes out that menace. That absolute menace of a Pokemon. So I go for Roost here, as Kyurem goes for Fusion Bolt, which is alright, I suppose. And I decide to just keep on roosting for a while, but then I misclicked. I wanted to stall out his Fusion Bolts, but that didn't work. This is probably a choice Kyurem Black, and so I go into my Ground type. I Earthquake, and Hawlucha does go down. Next we have Conkeldurr, and I decided to switch. He probably has the Mach Punch. And we see that he has the Flame Orb, so I go for Wish. That knockoff does a crazy amount of damage. So I go for Protect here, because the burn damage is going to be weakening this Conkeldurr ever so slightly, little by little. Go for knockoff, takes out Chansey. Alright, that's fine. Mach Punch does not take out Heatran. I go for the Heat Wave, does some damage, and I get all that health back. So that was a really, really nice move on my part. Flash Cannon is able to take out the Conkeldurr. Next, we see Kyurem. There's the Shadow Claw. I don't have Chansey to switch in anymore. And so I go for a Dragon Dance here. Shadow Claw. I am able to live another one. But because Salamence is Life Orb, then I would just lose to Life Orb. So I go straight for an attack here. I go for Crunch. And I get a Moxie Boost, which is nice. There's Dhelmise, which is a Ghost. And Steel type, I go for Earthquake, because it's stronger than Crunch. Another Moxie Boost. Here's Charizard X. Crunch takes out Charizard. Good game. So Salamence was able to sweep. And now, finally, I have one last battle for you guys. It's a pretty good battle. So he leads off with the Azelf, I believe. Yeah, the Azelf, which has Levitate and is Fire Electric. So that's kind of interesting. Heat Wave is my best move to attack this thing because Solar Beam isn't going to cut it, and Earth Power is immune. I misclicked there, and I kind of paid for it by taking a second Thunderbolt. So whatever. He was smart in not going for a Fire type move. So next we see Kartana here, and I switch into Chansey, and I am led to believe that this is a Choice Scarf Kartana because he does switch. And in comes Kyurem, and I paralyze the Kyurem. Paralyzing things has really come in handy for me. So things start to go downhill for me here. I do manage to paralyze this Mawile. and I go into Kyurem. I go hard into Kyurem and knock off. +2 stab knockoff is just really good. And I go for a Dragon Dance here, and I forget about Play Rough. So two really good Pokemon are gone. You see, we see that he outsped and was paralyzed, so maybe Sucker Punch. So Fire Blast was nice there. Fire Blast took out 2 Pokemon back to back, so that was pretty lucky of me. I go out into Porygon Z here, and I figure that with a special defense boost, I would be able to live another Moonblast unless he crit. He goes for Calm Mind here, which is alright. I go for Shadow Ball, I crit him, and he loses the special defense. I'll put this on normal speed. And another Shadow Ball is able to knock out the Cresselia. Next we have Kartana, and this proves that Kartana is Choice Scarf because he was able to outspeed a +1 Porygon Z. So I go into Heatran here because I am going to be able to eat up these Leaf Blades even though they're stabbed, even though they are +1, and that is just going to take that out. So my opponent has absolutely no luck here. So I see what the Life Orb on Haxorus, and I said, okay, I have a chance to win, but Haxorus is still scary. He goes for Dragon Dance. I see he's a ground type, so I can't paralyze him. I see I go for Shadow Ball, I get a critical hit. And so I just decide to go for Protect. I don't know why. So another Earthquake. And another Earthquake takes out Chansey. Now here's what I was thinking. Okay, I can go for an Earth Power and take out this Haxorus. If I can't take out this Haxorus, then maybe the Life Orb will take out the Haxorus. I have, Water Absorb, and I have an Air Balloon. So I am immune to both stabs. So that means that he has to hit me with something, right? He has to hit me with some other move. I said, okay, I can tank a hit, and I can go for like Earth Power or something, which is stab, and I can win the game. But guess what? He hits me with the Aqua Tail because of Mold Breaker. And that destroys me, and that is good game. So yeah, I lost this battle, and he swept me with a Haxorus at the end. That was amazing play on his part, because he was able to forego the Water Absorb there. And being a Mold Breaker ground type, he would be able to hit that Fire Electric Azelf that he had, foregoing the Levitate. So there you go, guys. 2 wins, a Volcanion sweep, Salamence cleanup, and a late game Haxorus beating me. So I had a lot of fun with Camomons. I may even do a second video. I don't know yet. So that was pretty cool, and yeah. If you enjoyed, then like this video, comment on this video, share it with your friends, and click subscribe if you haven't already. And on that note, guys, I will see you all later. Peace.